So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today we are going to be going over my Call of Duty Modern Warfare settings that I have in sensitivity for this game. So let's hop right into that. Just gonna be a quick video, guys. We're just gonna blaze through and kind of go over everything that they've added to the game and just my sensitivity in general. So first, right off the bat, let's hop into it, man. The controller, the button layout and stick layout. If you guys have been playing Call of Duty for years, you guys know that these things haven't changed. If you want to move your L1s and L2s from aiming down the sight as opposed to your grenade throws and stuff, if that's easier for you, feel free. Ever since, I can't remember what Call of Duty it was, I think it was Black Ops 3, where they kind of changed it to L2 and R2 being the default ADS and fire weapon. I've just been using those, so I keep both of these default. Invert look, vertical look, that is the opposite of what up is down, down is backwards, whatever. Don't do this. This is disabled, although I find that some people actually use it and it works for them. So it's weird, but it is what it is. Now my sensitivities, now this is gonna just differ for everybody, okay? Again, when I made my settings and sensitivities video for Black Ops 4, you guys did really enjoy it, so I wanted to do one for this. Again, a lot of the pros so far that I've seen from the beta last week, this weekend, that's going on right now is anywhere between 4.4 to 6.6. Now, most of them are probably going to be in the balance of 5.5 because now as Call of Duty evolves, you're going to have the ADS multiplier or sensitivity multiplier for marksman scopes and rifle scopes, and we'll get into those in just a second. But I think a good balance is to start at 4.4 and then just go up there from there, guys, and find what works for you. Now, the sensitivity in this game is way different than it was in Black Ops 4. So if you have a lower sensitivity in Black Ops 4, you're probably going to need to make it a little bit higher in this game. That's just from playing for the past few days and last weekend. But mine is 5.5. The reason it's 5.5 is because of these two very important things right here. In previous Call of Duties, you couldn't change this. It was just once you scoped in or you ADS, that was the speed. The only thing that changed the speed was having stocks or something like that actually attached to your gun. Okay, so now the multiplier for marksman scope, this is anything but your sniper rifles. Okay, anything but that for pretty much anything. So subs, ARs, whatever. So I've increased mine. The default is 1.0, which I have on rifleman scopes. I don't change this for sniping because the sniping is way different than it is in Black Ops 4 or previous CODs, just because of how the scopes work. So you can still quick scope, but it's a little bit different. But I want my marksman scopes to be able to move faster when I ADS, although my horizontal and vertical sensitivities are default or lower. So if these are higher and then you turn this down, then it's kind of a balance, but I'd rather have this lower so I have a bit more steady aim, and then have this be higher so I can ADS a little bit faster. Guys, if you haven't turned off your controller vibration, then you need to do it by now, okay? You don't need this on. It messes up your aim. Turn that off. Now here's something that's new, okay? For all of you guys that have been playing COD for years, they had just normal aim assist. Okay, now they break it down. You can turn it off, have standard, which is the standard Call of Duty aim assist, and now they have precision and focusing. Now these two, as you can see, they have strong aim slowdown that only kicks in when aiming closer to a target, best for accurate players. So if you're more accurate, this is going to work for you, okay? Focusing, it's even stronger, but it also kicks when narrowly missing the target. So you're going to have a little bit more kick. I find that you either pick standard if you've been using or playing Call of Duty for a while, or keep it on precision. Either one is good. Focusing is just way too much, guys. The kick is too bad, and it's not that good. Man, the music audio is killing me right now. Let's turn that down. Okay. So, but I would recommend that. Now, the aim response curve, this came in last year at Black Ops 4, guys. So the standard is pretty much your normal respawn curve. Linear makes it a little bit more sticky and it's a little bit tougher to aim. And then dynamic is the reverse S curve. So it's kind of like the invert to when you're actually looking around. So my advice is just to keep this on standard, guys. Don't do anything with it. Now, one of the cool things that they added in Modern Warfare is weapon mounting, and not only weapon mounting, but any weapon. So in previous CODs or Battlefield, you can mount stuff that only had bipods. So now in this game, you can literally mount anything and almost mount anywhere. If there's a wall, you know, a box, you know, a barrel, anything, you can mount your weapon. And what this does is it makes you much more accurate, less recoil when you're firing. So, but then you're stuck in place. Now there's a few options. You can turn it off. You can double tap ADS, which is double tapping R2 to do it, or ADS and melee. Or you could just use regular ADS, but if you do just ADS, it's a little bit more difficult, because then if you actually are next to a corner or you're fighting in close quarters or something like that, it's automatically going to put you on the wall as opposed to just shooting your gun or looking down the sights of your gun. So that's a little bit more difficult. I definitely advise either double tapping or melee plus ADS. I use this because it's cool. The game is very not too fast paced where you can't do this, but I would definitely choose one of these two to do. Unless you don't like mounting at all, then just turn it off. Now weapon mount, movement, exit, I definitely advise turning this on. I would do it because that way you can just pull off and just move your guy, and it completely gets rid of them, so you don't have to do it. See ya. And then aim down, sight behavior, always hold, guys. Don't toggle. Never toggle. You get killed so many times. Equipment behavior, same thing. Hold, don't toggle. That way you can actually, when you're holding it, you can charge up the frag grenade, or you can cancel by pressing triangle or A or Y, whatever it is on Xbox. I use tap to reload behavior instead of tap to use. Contextual is using either one, but it uses whichever one's the more priority. So always tap to reload, guys. It makes it just much easier. Okay. Depleted ammo switch. When they first introduced this, guys, it was automatically switching your weapon when you ran out of ammo instead of manually doing it. I know I've been caught sometimes when I run out of ammo and I'm still trying to shoot and I end up dying. So turn this on. It'll automatically switch your weapon. You'll be good to go. The last two things is under the movement category, guys. So sliding is in this game. It's not the best of slides, but it is one. Slide behavior, hold as always, guys. Don't tap. And then vehicle camera recenter, put it on enabled. This just does it when you're using vehicles. On the bigger maps, which we haven't got a lot of access to because the kill streaks aren't enabled yet because it's just a beta. So when the tanks come out and those little drone things, this just centers your camera. Leave it on. It doesn't do anything right now because we're just in the beta phase, but just turn it on, guys. General stuff, brightness. You know, you can reset this option to default as 50%. I turn mine up. It's very, very dark. I put it on 65 or 60. It's kind of just dependent. When you go through doors and corridors, it has that nice movie effect of going through, gets real dark or real bright, and then you come out or into it, and then it readjusts the lighting so you can see everything. But in general, even if you're shooting into those corridors, sometimes it's a little bit harder to see. So I turn mine up just a little bit over the default, so that way it makes the game a little bit more fun to play. Safe area, keep it. Fill grain, you don't need this at all, guys. It's just strength of the visual noise applied in the game. Leave it, no big deal. Just leave it on default. Language obviously is whatever you speak. Colorblind type, guys, is normally it's on default, but I think I like the Tritanopia. I have a hard time pronouncing words. It makes the colors a little bit more, I guess, fluid or a little bit more detailed. So I'm gonna leave it on that. Text chat. Now that there's crossplay in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, this is a text chat. You can press it to open it up and chat kind of like you would on PC. I think this is really cool. It's a good way to talk to your, other platform teammates. I think it's awesome if you can't communicate. Now world and weapon motion blur. Enable this, guys. As you can see on the left-hand side of that picture, that's with it enabled. The right-hand side is blurred. That's if you have it off. Just turn it on. It's going to mess with your eyes. Leave it on, guys. Don't turn it off ever. It'll just make the overall game experience worse. Don't do that. Disembarment. I would just leave this on. I guess it has something to do with just, getting shot by heavy rounds. I don't know. I would leave this on and just leave it, guys. Don't mess with that. Audio. Now, here's the thing. I have not gone through these audio mixes. These are the default mixes that they've put into the game. I haven't gone through them all since it's just a beta. I've left it on the Infinity Ward mix. Now, this is going to change as we progress through the different beta weekends and then into the full game. The flat The headphones are nice. Now, these are going to be dependent on what kind of headset that you actually have. Theoretical or TV, I would not use any one of these. This would be based on your monitor, or like most people's using a TV. Theatrical, don't ever use that. That's not going to help you at all. Midnight mode makes it a little bit more quiet. Kind of just turns it down. In my suggestion, I would use one of the 3 headphones or the Infinity Ward mix. Audio has been a problem through the beta so far, guys. With people sprinting and you're not being able to hear their footsteps, or, gunshots that, you just don't hear, and then you're just dead all of a sudden. So I would use Infinity Ward mix or probably one of the headphones. Yeah, I would use one of those. I'll try headphones 3. Master volume, I have that all the way up, guys. Music volume, I have down, because the in-game music is the soundtrack is awesome, but I would just turn that down. You don't necessarily need it when you're sitting there at the menus waiting for people to join, or changing stuff on your guns or whatever. It's too loud, just messes with my head. Dialogue volume, I would keep this at 80 or higher. The reason for this is that, when you have stuff happen in game, you want to be able to hear it. UAVs come in, certain kill streaks happening, you want those up. Effects volume, 100%, turn it all the way up. This is your footsteps, gun sound, in-game sound, anything like that, leave that on. Juggernaut, turn it on. This is in addition to the dialogue volume, so the Juggernaut music helps you recognize those kill streaks for when they happen, with the strikes, the chopper gunners, all this stuff. Leave this on. It helps you hear those out so you can prepare for those when they come in. Now, this is something cool that I like. You can turn hit markers off. You can have the classic old school Modern Warfare, or like the older versions of the game, the hit markers, but I like the new ones. The sound effects on the new ones just sound really cool, but that's up to you guys. If you're more of an old school cat when it comes to Call of Duty, put it on the classic hit marker sound. I like the new Modern Warfare, so I have it on that. And then voice chat volume for when you actually have your cross-platform teammates join. It's at 1. This is default. You can turn it up if you have trouble hearing them, etc. And now that there's cross-platform guys, you get into these lobbies and everybody talks a lot of crap. So if you have this up, turn it up, talk crap to them, let them talk crap back to you, and that's it. The account is just my account, guys. You know what that is. And that's it for our settings video, guys. If you did enjoy that, make sure to drop a like on this video, as it does help me out. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, guys. Turn the notification bell on when we drop new Call of Duty Modern Warfare videos. When it comes out October 25th, go to GameStop, go to Best Buy, go on their website, pre-order it, get in, destroy some people on cross-platform. I know I have. I love shitting on Xbox players. It's the greatest feeling in the world. But as for me, Warlug, guys, I'll catch you guys later, and I'm out. Peace. Come on.